And good morning and welcome to Touch Base Daily. My name is Ron Foster and I'm touching base with you as I always do. I hope you are enjoying this wonderful day before Thanksgiving. It's the day before Thanksgiving. And got the wrong thing there. Okay. Okay. So I'm just trying to get my Instagram folks into the picture here. Hold on a second. And put that code in there. And there we go. I put the wrong code in there. I forgot I did my StreamYard. That's why. Okay, you people over there in Instagram, come on in. So what's going on, y'all? It's a new day. It's Thanksgiving Eve. It's Thanksgiving Eve. It's going to be a great day. The weather is perfect in New York. It's going to be 52 degrees today. Yesterday was 60 degrees. I did my walk 2 days in a row. I'm going to go for a third because after this weekend, it's going to be cold. So I'm going to try to work out every single day I can outdoors before the cold weather gets to New York. And yes, so there we have it. It's going to be a cold day in New York come Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But I'll be in North Carolina by Wednesday. So how are you all doing? Let's say hello to some folks. Let's say hello. Chrissy's in the building. Chrissy's Corner, good morning, says. And in second place, the bronze, Gwendolyn, Miss G.R. Houston Jack. She says good morning. And who else is in there? Rashawn is in the building with number 3, with the bronze. Rashawn says good morning, Ron and Touch Base Daily family. And who else is in the... Hey, Jazzy is in the building. Jazzy says, good morning, beautiful people. Sending her roses. And Adrian, did I miss Adrian? New York City, NYC is in the building. She says, hello. So yeah, we're here. We're all here. It's a few of us. I think people are getting their stuff done today. People are getting on the road today. So people, it's supposed to be a great weather day for traveling across the country, but I don't know why anyone would wait till Wednesday before Thanksgiving to travel. When I used to travel to my grandparents, going to North Carolina, I used to get on the road on Monday or Tuesday, never on the Wednesday. I don't know why anyone puts themselves through that torture. Oh, Mr. Adrian's in the building. Gobble, gobble, y'all, he says. There he is. He's in the building. And so, yeah, I remember trying to go away to my friends. I don't even know where I was going. Oh, was it Jersey? I can't remember what it was, but I had to take the Amtrak out of Penn Station, and it was hell. There's one day you do not do Penn Station, and that is the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. It was horrible. It was horrific. It was the worst experience of my travel life and will never, ever do it again. One of my friends in Delaware, she says, Ron, come on down. Come on down for the holidays. Nope. I said, I don't like crowds and I don't like crazy transportation with holiday people roaming around trying to get where they need to go, especially during the holidays. People are just not friendly. They're not nice. Chrissy says, traveling on Wednesday is a tricky thing to navigate. You ain't lying. You ain't lying about that. And so anyway, today we're going to have a special something for you guys at the end of this, when we close out. This is the last show of the year. So I may pop on just as a casual come on the tube. But definitely this is the last show of our second season. And I am so excited that we were able to do, can you believe it? We just started YouTube this year. It was not on my agenda of things to do in 2024. And here we are. We've been on YouTube since the end of January. And we did our season 1 from January, the last week of January to, I think it was June or July. I think it was, June. Then we took a month off. And then we went into, I think we went to August. And then when I went into my vacation mode with Adrian and family, we being in South Carolina. And this is gonna be a Carolina month. I mean, Carolina year. I've been in Carolina so many times. The Carolinas. Woo. Anyway, yeah, but this is season 2. Yeah, the last show of season 2. Can you believe that? So there's 2 seasons per year. That's how it probably is going to work out being. And so we'll be back in January. And we'll have some new bells and whistles. We'll have a whole new list of guests, some that have been with us before, and we'll have some new guests. I am having a great time over in Blue Sky. I am meeting so many photographers and having so many great conversations and connecting with them. And they're following my work. I'm following their work. Some of them have podcasts. And so there's going to be a lot of integrating and connecting with these folks. So I'm excited about the new year. And so that's what we are. That's what, he said, new guest, did I get fired on my day off? You're never fired, son boy. You're never fired. You are always welcome. And for those that want to come on, all you have to do is scan the QR code. You can scan the QR code if you want to come on. Anyone can come on today that's a part of the community. I mean, it's there all the time anyway, but the community still is not used to scanning the QR code. And I know that some folks are driving and they don't have the ability to scan the QR code. So let me do that as well. Let me put the actual link inside the banner. There we go. Let me put that there so you have it in case you just have to type it in and you want to come on as well. I know some of you can't, you're using your phone. Okay, so StreamYard.com, WAN3PEHD3H. That's today's code. These codes change every day. So, but you can either click the link or put the link into your phone or how you're going to come on, or use the QR code. Today's the last day. So I just want to get some feedback from you. And what did you like most about this season? And kind of reflect over the season today. And also, what did you gain for this season of Touch Base Daily? If you made any gains anywhere, what do you like most about what we do here, and how we can build upon it? So anyway, this is our time to just kind of reflect and get ready for the new year. I'm excited about that. So while you are contemplating all that and getting all the logistics of that ready, let me see who else is in the building. I see Kimmy is in the building. Good morning. She sends with all her nice, I love her emojis. And we have Rashawn, right? We have Rashawn. We have Amparo is in the building. We're going to talk about something that Amparo is going to be doing that is very special coming up in the next 2 weeks. So that's going to be really exciting to announce that. So stay tuned for that. We'll do that midway of the show. And yeah, there we are. So people are creeping in slowly as they go. Let me see who's over there in Instagram. I see there's some folks in Instagram. What's going on, Ronald? I see you over there. Nicole, I see you. Faith Fowler, I see you. How you guys doing? Come on over to our YouTube channel, Ron Lewis Photos. Just come over, or you can just put in the Google search Touch Base Daily, and it'll automatically take you here. Touch Base Daily in the Google search. Okay, there you go. We got all that house. We got all the house maintenance there. Hey, Derek, Mr. DT is in the building. I joined DT yesterday. He was doing his DJ stuff on TikTok. And so I was able to just hang with him while I was doing some work. I was editing some photos while he was DJing and playing some great music. Thank you, Mr. DT, for sharing your talent of music with us on TikTok yesterday. And so that was really cool. So it's a new day. It's Wednesday. What's on your mind today? What's on your mind? Hey, Chrissy Corner says she's typed it in. She says, Ron, I enjoy the watch parties and election debriefs. Additionally, I like the panelists that gave great commentary on everything with such authenticity and passion. Yes, right. We have that. Would thank you, Chrissy, for sharing that. What did you enjoy most about our season 2? Our season 2. Oh, there's somebody in the room. There's someone that I wish that when someone walks into the room, that my door would go ding dong. It should go ding dong. Well, anyway, without any further ado, what's up, Chris?
Hey, what's up? How are you?
Got your wonderful Christmas tree up there, I see.
Yeah, we got it up. I'm really late because normally I put it up like November 1st.
Really?
But yeah, like last year I put it up. I think I actually put it up like on Halloween actually last year.
No, you're one
Yeah.
of those.
No, normally I wait until after Halloween, but I was really feeling it last year. And this year, with the trip and everything, it just kind of got away from me. Then, a lot of stuff was happening. So
And
I
you get
got it
into it.
up. When was it? Monday? I think it went up on Monday.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it is so good to see you, brother.
Yeah, I figured let me just jump on because we won't see each other until next week.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
I'm gonna be,
I'll see you on. I'll talk to you on Monday as normal. I think.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll
and
we'll
you're
be
you're
talking.
away next week, right?
I leave on Wednesday.
Okay, yeah.
Wednesday, I am on the road. I'll be in North Carolina. Again, if you have loved ones that want photos done while I'm there, portrait shots or corporate shots or whatever it is they need, and I will be in North Carolina in the Charlotte area. There's lots of businesses there, and I am even though I'm on vacation, I'll be there for a good time, a good length of time. So I'll be able to just enjoy that time together with my friends, but I can, I can sneak in some
Hey,
photo shoot time.
money talks,
That's
right?
right, and it will help pay for my
So
trip.
wait, is this week's shows are the last for this year,
This
right?
is the last of the year.
Okay,
This is
okay.
it.
Well, I figure good time to get on.
Yes.
It's funny because I'll be doing a lot of traveling this month. So we're gonna be in New York from
You, Adrian,
tomorrow.
Adrian's
Huh?
teasing you. He's
What do you say?
saying, not the and not the angelic light over Chris' shoulder.
Oh yes, you see it, right? It's a little halo. It's really bright out today.
It is, yeah. I can see you. You got a lot of. You are facing the sun.
Well, yeah, this whole the living room and our bedroom, well, our bedroom gets sun all day long because it's we're on the corner. So we get that light all day. And our apartment, our unit faces east, southwest in that direction. So we get from morning right till sundown, from sunrise to sunset over there. But yeah, it's really bright. But
But
yeah, we're gonna be on the road. We're leaving tomorrow to go to my mom's for Thanksgiving. And then we're gonna be in the city all day Friday. We are going to do breakfast. It's funny, we're going back to a spot where we had brunch when we were first dating. Um,
mm,
and we hadn't been there in over almost 5 years. So we're gonna go back there for breakfast. Then we're going to go see Death Becomes Her with starring Michelle Williams. We have
ooh,
tickets for that, and then we're gonna do some, check out all of the windows of New York, and then maybe do a little shopping, come back Saturday, and then we have to go back again next week Friday because my grandmother's viewing is next week Friday, and then her funeral is next week Saturday. So
Wow.
back and forth to New York,
Yeah, you'll be
2
here.
weeks in a
You'll be
row.
here quite often.
Yeah, and then
Yes.
I think I have maybe one trip with the guys towards the end of December for work, and then I believe Baltimore for New Year's Eve and DC to ring in the New Year. So another busy month. What are you
I
gonna do?
love it. I love it. But so we're gonna find a ding dong.
They should have
That
one.
probably didn't come out right, but we're
I
going
get
to
it. They
find
they
a
should have
bell
one.
that when someone's in the background, that
Hold
that
on.
it
Let
would be
me
like a
see.
door, a door going ding dong. We gotta figure that out. Anyway, let's bring wonderful Gwendolyn back. There she is. Ding dong. What's
Oh
going
my
on, Miss
God.
G?
It's too early for that, Ron. It's too
Did you hear
early.
it?
Ding dong. I just love it. I just love it. So,
Did you hear it?
Gwendolyn, you made it back from the groceries.
Man, I don't know. I'm slipping this year. I was out at the grocery store at 9:30 last night.
Really?
Yes. And
Was
I
it packed?
went to one and walked right out. Those prices, I don't know. I don't understand some of these prices. Clearly, I don't shop enough. Because
Well,
I was like,
listen,
in what world does the smallest thing of poultry season cost you $8? Like, in what world?
You haven't shopped a while. You haven't
and
shopped in a
that's
while.
cheap right now. Wait till next year when the
Yes,
tariffs start hitting.
when the
Yeah,
tariffs are not
I'm
in
just
play.
like, I don't understand. I'm like,
We're
I
all
don't
gonna
get
be
it. So,
raising our turkeys and seasoning in the backyard.
I need to, I have an arrow garden because I used to grow my own herbs and everything. I need to go back to that. I got to go back to that because this
Trust
right here
me,
has
I'm gonna be doing that next year.
yeah, it's too much. I'm like, I don't understand. So I walked out and went to like my local Kroger. Clearly, everybody needed sage and poultry season and everything else. I was like, where are the spices? I was so
looking for the
shocked.
spices yesterday. I finally got my my pepper. Finally got it.
Your
Finally
cayenne pepper?
Yes, I finally got it.
I couldn't send you some.
You
Mm.
can't wait. You cannot wait until like 2 days or the day before. Like if you try to go this evening to supermarkets,
You
forget
have to
about
be
it.
in St.
Oh,
Well, yeah, you have to be in St. Pete. But you know, some people like crazy.
I can't. Maybe when I was younger, but I'm too old for crazy now. So
Some people like
here's
crazy.
something for people that are living in the Delaware area, just so you know. There was a huge accident on I-95
Ooh.
near Route 141, and that is our main road that Ronald and I travel on. And actually, that's the road that he takes to go to work.
Wow.
He went to the gym, was going to the gym this morning, and he had to come back home because the road was closed off. So he came back home, went back to sleep, got back up to go to work, and the road was still closed. So finally listened to the news today. A tractor trailer hit the overpass, so they're inspecting the that roadway.
Oh
And it's a major
man.
roadway. So, and all of the entrances and exits to I-95 from like Wilmington all the way down to Newark is just completely blocked. It is the worst day for it to happen because everyone's traveling today.
Wow.
So if you're in this area, just stay away. It's
Oh
really
man.
bad. They had the choppers out. I don't even know if the road is open. 95 is open yet because it's been closed since
Wow.
like 4:15 this morning.
Don't take much.
It doesn't. One accident can destroy everything. And like
Yes.
there are a lot of roads that lead into that. 495 leads into it. The Delaware Bridge from Jersey leads into it. So there's a lot of converging traffic right in that area, and it is the worst place for it to
It's a
to shut
that's a
down.
major road.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Wow.
Things could
in the Delaware
happen.
area, stay away.
Well, I'm not driving, so
I'm not either. I will be right
Tomorrow
here.
morning, bright and early, 6 a.m. We're leaving here.
Good.
I will be right here, just relaxing. And then
Are you not going out for
I'm
dinner,
supposed to go
Ron?
across. Well, I'm supposed to go across the courtyard. My brother's sister-in-law is having an event across the yard.
Okay.
Got it. I was like, I didn't think you were going to be home. Okay.
Yeah,
that
so I'll
makes
be
sense.
right here. It's supposed to be raining, and
Yeah.
I was hoping to get tickets for the Macy's Day Parade. But now I'm glad I didn't get them because it's supposed to be storming tomorrow. So
Yeah.
heavy rain is expected during the parade. So I will be home relaxing. I'll be
I've only
editing
done that
photos,
parade
to be
twice.
quite honest.
I've done it once, and that's all you need.
Yeah, I
Really?
did it once.
Only one?
I've done it twice. I did it one as a
You know,
citizen on the
hard.
sidelines, and then I did it once as a family member of the Macy's people. So I had my
Okay.
own. I sat in the band. I sat in the bleachers, and it was really cool.
Yeah,
It's fun. It's for kids. Like I remember, it was many years ago. I took my nieces and nephews when they were really young. You know,
Mm.
hold them on top of my shoulder, whatever. It's great for them to see that stuff, but you're waiting for so long and you're standing, and then one's got to pee, and the moment you move, that's it. You lost your
That's it.
spot.
And you don't want to go. I mean, the good thing about
And it was cold.
It's cold.
for us, for the folks that would work, when we did it with Macy's, my buddy, he's one of the executives
Why
at
is it not
Macy's, so
charging?
he gave me gave me 4 tickets, and I invited some friends, and we all went. But it's also, there's certain areas along that area where there's bathrooms, so you just get up, leave your seat, come back to your seat.
Yeah, that's not happening.
It's the
on the
only
sidewalk.
way I'm doing the Macy's Day Parade.
No, I want to say when I came back to New York in 1999, my roommate and I went, and it was freezing cold, so much so that we had sat down, and when I got up, my legs, I couldn't feel my legs. I was like, I can't feel my legs. So we have done that one twice, and then New Year's Eve, obviously, I've done that one twice. I cried the first time. I
I've
literally cried.
never done the New Year's Eve.
I could
Never?
never,
So
and
here's
I
the
don't have
thing.
that kind of.
Years
I love
ago,
Times Square.
when I was
It would have to
dating
be 80
someone-
degrees in Times Square. First of all,
Well, no,
I
I
gotta go
wasn't
to the
going to be
bathroom.
out. I wasn't going to be out. So someone I was dating at the time knew someone who had office space in Times Square, and we were supposed to go, and then she got sick. So that's why
No,
we ended up not going. I was dressed and ready to go, and I was very disappointed.
not
'Cause
me.
That's very rare to get those type of spaces.
I cannot. There's no way I can endure Times Square and
It's
all
not
those
as
people.
bad as, it's gotten better. Clearly, the first time I went is before we had all of the gates and all of the security. So I was out there for a number of hours, so much so that my legs again locked up on me. And when when all the confetti and everything fell, I cried. I was like, "Ooh, I get to go home now." Now it is emotional.
Mhm.
But and then when I turned 40, I wanted to bring in my 40th year. So I was 39, crossing over into 40. I wanted to be in Times Square. So I did it a second time then.
But it's harder now though, because once you
It's harder
leave,
now.
you can't go back
Oh,
in.
once you go, what? And also, you have to wear Pampers. You have to wear
No,
Depends.
that's a real thing. People,
You
no,
know, it
it's a
depends.
Not
real,
eat and drink.
You
it's a real
cannot go to
thing.
the bathroom.
People wear Pampers or those catheter type of things where they pee
Yes.
into a bag.
Never done that. I
Because
just
there are no porta potties out there.
Not my
The
kind of
sewers
thing.
are welded shut. It's real.
I haven't started wearing Depends yet, and I hope not to wear them ever.
that key word is yet. Okay.
They're stylish now though.
Well, look, hello. You got the men's
Come in
Depends.
wearing diapers, you
Yes.
go out wearing diapers.
So hello, Elise. How you doing?
Morning,
The
how are
gang
you
is all
all?
here.
Good.
The
The
gang's all
gang
here.
is all here for the last episode of season 2.
Yeah, I got up early out to the honey baked ham store.
Oh, that's right, because you get the honey
I
ham.
love me a good ham.
My
Ham,
family
honey
likes
ham.
honey baked ham, so
Oh my goodness. So are you all now? Gwendolyn started her cooking already. Did you start your cooking, Elise? No.
I just finished baking for. I haven't started cooking.
Wow. Interesting.
Well, you want to hear
Ah.
something? Our family is not cooking this year. This is the first year no one's cooking for Thanksgiving. But when we decided to do all the grandkids and the great grandkids, my cousin had this idea. It was like, look, we're doing a very subdued because my grandmother passed,
Right.
and she was very instrumental. But she loved family gatherings, so we decided we're not going to not do something. So there's a restaurant. Ron, you probably know about them. The Door in I believe they're in Queens.
Mm.
the
Oh,
Jamaican restaurant. We've already purchased our entire Thanksgiving dinner from them. It's getting delivered. So this is the first time
oh,
ever
Nice.
that we're
nice.
just having a catered Thanksgiving
That's the
dinner.
best way to do it.
That's nice.
I mean,
Never
that's
done
how
it
I used to do
before.
it because Ron doesn't cook. So I used to, if I invited some people to the house, I simply ordered everything.
Ron,
Just
you don't
simply-
cook?
I cook for myself,
Oh, okay.
and I mean, I cook for little things, and Adrian, no input here. I mean, still on no input, Adrian. But I do like to cook once in a while. But whenever when I think of Thanksgiving, it's too complicated for me. It's just too many things that requires too much time to create. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just
With the most time
you
consuming
see you see the sun. Yeah, there he goes.
Yeah.
I actually enjoy cooking for Thanksgiving. I've done it twice before, and then I mean, I'm trying to think. Ron and I had my parents and his parents over a couple years ago. It's a lot though.
It's a lot of
I
work.
mean, you're in the kitchen all day and the day before.
And then the cleanup, like it's
Yeah,
just too
that
much.
too.
So I like to just I used to
Dishwasher.
go here in the neighborhood. There was because it was one corner place that had these. Adrian's an expert on this. I don't know how to do it. I don't. I'm scared when he does it because you take that turkey and throw it in that
On the fried
Deep
turkey.
Oh,
that
fried
thing,
turkey.
the
Fried
deep
turkey.
fry, and it flashes
Many,
or
many
whatever.
homes have burnt down because of that fried
Scary,
turkey.
scary stuff. Anyway, Adrian does that on Thanksgiving, but there was a restaurant they did it, and it was on Fox News, and so there would be like lines of people for this flash
Deep fried
fried
turkey.
turkey. And so I would just go and just get, they would sell it in pieces, and I would just go there and just grab some and bring it to the house. And there was another place we had there that had like it was a soul food restaurant. And I would grab all my, sweet potatoes and my my candy and all the stuff that you have. And the soul food place is no longer there. The turkey place is no longer there.
Mm.
So I'm now down to salads on things.
Oh wow. But you're going somewhere tomorrow, right?
I am going across the my brother said it's not going to be at our house this year. It's going to be at my sister-in-law's. So I said, and he said, it's right across the hall, right across the yard from you. I was like, what? She lives across the yard? I was like, I never knew she could live across the. I was like, how do you know that someone's it's extended family? So I would not know. I mean, it's his wife's sister. I knew she lived in the neighborhood, but I didn't know she lived right across the yard. So
Now you got a new neighbor.
yes, I'll be visiting them
Temporarily.
briefly.
So
Yeah, temporary because I'm trying to get out of here by June. So we'll see.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be doing our family desserts today. So they'll get a
What are you
sour
baking?
cream pound,
What are you
sweet potato
creating?
pie. Sour cream pound cake, sweet potato pie. Try not to give them too much.
Has anyone ever had a 7-Up cake?
Oh
Yes.
yes, my mother
have my
was famous for the
recipe.
7-Up
I have
cake.
Ooh. Written on paper when I was a kid. It's
my
one of the first
friends-
cakes I baked.
My friends in Delaware, when I used to visit them, this is when I was like on Wall Street, and his wife used to make 7-Up cake, and we used to, I haven't had a 7-Up cake in probably a decade, maybe 2 decades.
Oh yeah.
But it's so good. 7-Up cake. I never heard of it. I was like, who created a 7-Up cake on a soda? But it was so good. The lemony taste of it.
Yeah. My
So
mother used to
good.
make them she used to make when we came, she would always make 2. Because my son ate chocolate and the other, and I didn't eat chocolate. So she would have one that was lemon, one that was chocolate. And at the time you're like, oh, now you get older. It's like, oh, what's ganache? Oh, that's the stuff my mother used to pour on herself. She just didn't call it anything.
Yeah.
Oh
It's a
my
fancy word
God.
for what my mother used to do.
I love me some good food. I love to eat. That's one thing I love to do is eat. I love good food. And I cannot wait. So I'm looking forward to going over, having some food, and shout out to the folks. I don't think I mentioned this. 2 nights ago. It was Monday, right? Monday, my buddy who's an architect had an event as what's called his cafe is called September in Bed-Stuy, on the border of Bed-Stuy and Bushwick, and invited the whole community, and just had lots of food.
I saw your post that you did of it.
Yeah, I did the post, but I didn't share it. And it was so wonderful to meet people in the community. Omar was teasing. He said, "I bet you were the oldest person in the room." I said, "Nope. Nope, there were a dozen people older."
You're taking out.
I was like, Omar. But it was really nice. So many people came out, and it truly was you had from the kids who were like, 5, 7, 8 years old running around, and then you had, which I was like, oh my gosh, germs. No. And then you had
Sounds like an old man.
and then you had the seniors that were one gentleman I was talking to, he was 80 years old, and we just had such a great conversation, and he was talking about travels and stuff, and I mentioned I was a photographer. He said, "Oh, one of my friends is a photographer. He's 84." I said, "Oh, really?" So I said, "He's from the old school with film." And so we talked about that and bonded there. And then I met this young couple. It was just really beautiful. Then there was a new business that's opening up diagonal to the cafe, and it's a yoga well health center. And so there's a couple, and they are excited about donating their time to their community. And this community has created like a little village. Because not only that, but across the street, there's an art gallery. So they have the art gallery, got the cafe. Now they're going to have and they all work together as a community to do things and to build each other up. And I was like, I really like this. And so I was very thankful for my buddy Dwayne inviting me out there. He was so happy. He was like, "Oh, I'm so glad you're here." I usually also critique at the college, his class when he does at the end of each semester. They do critiquing of their projects, architectural projects, and I'm usually one of the judges.
Missed that.
I'm one of the judges on the panel. Yes, you would know this because you're an architect.
I used to after I graduated, I used to go back to my alma mater, and I used to be a critic on different
when the class graduates.
Yeah.
When the class
graduates,
graduates,
not even that. Like
you would.
they would have throughout the year. Like throughout the semester, you would have stuff. So sometimes you have one critic that would constantly come back, because that way you could they would see the progress of the project throughout the semester. And then sometimes they would just bring like one architect at the very end that didn't really know anything, that saw it and would critique them. So I used to do a little bit of both of that. I actually do miss that. It was great to see what the youth were doing.
Yes, and it's a lot of fun. And because you're sitting there and because I'm removed. It's not like I see young people all the time, like that. I just, like when I was a youth director, I saw kids all the time. I don't get to see, even Adrian's boys are now men. So you don't really get to see the youth like that, where they are today.
Kids are different now.
And it's so different how they see the world or how they present. It's quite enlightening when they are sharing their work. Yeah. So I love it. I love critiquing. And he always calls me in usually once or twice a year to go down to the college downtown here in Brooklyn. And I will be on the panel with all these other people. And it's really a lot of fun to be there for young people and support them and be able to give them encouraging words on how they can, improve. And but I love that kind of stuff. So anyways, back to our Touch Base Daily. What did you like most about season 2 of Touch Base Daily that we did this year? What do you like the most of what we did this year? Anyone can ask that question. Chris already answered. Chris already answered. But what what did we do that you were like, yeah, this was really good. This was a really good part of Touch Base Daily as we close out this season.
Are you asking us? I'm sorry.
I'm asking you. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm asking you.
I thought Chris was getting ready to say something.
Well, no, I mean, for me, honestly, I think it was the addition, inclusion of you young ladies to this. I think this just added another depth and dimension to the show. It gave a different perspective, and I really, really enjoyed it. Like, I look forward to Thursdays and Fridays and doing this with you guys. So, like, for me, that was it.
Gwendolyn?
I mean, I guess I could say ditto, but is that like concede to be like, yes, of course, adding me was the best thing for your season?
I conceded.
We go along with your mindset.
No, you know what? Real talk though, I do believe it is great to have different minds share because we all come from different places and perspectives. And so, you know, as I was telling you, Ron, sometime next year, one of my topics is going to be like my Black experience. And although it is different, there are a lot of things that are also very much the same. And we've seen that in the comments. Like we can make one simple comment or bring up a topic and everybody has something to share because, you know, there's just this sort of unspoken experience that we all have. But I do believe having a variety of people here and also your guests on Wednesday was also another great thing that you added. The fact that you're actually here on YouTube, which is like, took you like forever, even though I know I told you this last year.
Yeah.
You know, because Virgos don't know anything, right? Like,
no, y'all don't.
Yeah.
No, y'all don't. Well, you know, it truly was the reason why we made the transition from Instagram. Because remember, last year this time we were on Instagram. This wasn't even on the radar of being on YouTube. And then Chris and Gwendolyn were like, you know, Gwendolyn was like, get rid of that cranky look. She was like, she hates Instagram. She was like, get rid of that. Get rid of that trash. Get rid of that. But Chris was like, I think you should move over to YouTube. And I was like, I don't know how long it's going to take me to learn this. And that was my concern. And I thought the learning curve was going to be much greater than it was. And it really, the learning curve was very small.
Easy.
It was so easy. And so I'm thankful that, again, that's the beauty of community, is that you might not see something and you may not see your potential in one area, or you may not see the next steps. But the community always gives voice and can give you some guidance. And that's why this community is so important to me, is because it is a very integral part of my decision making.
Yes.
Yeah. Elise, what was good about this year for you?
Yeah, I mean, the different perspectives is amazing, and then that meeting all these photographers through you is great. And watching the people's comments, like when we talk about things, because it's not just our perspective, but it's also the people in the comments, and being able to give them, you know, engage them in a conversation, even on the side, and see what they think. That has been very, very rewarding in my perspective, and just having the, you know, just learning. There's a lot of learning that takes place. You know, we learn from each other.
Yeah,
and sharing and the creating of a community that really cares about people. And I think that's been the biggest part that you can see. We all have very passionate in different ways. You know, you have your diplomats, and you have here
Ron.
You have the one that's just going to let you have it.
Gwendolyn.
Then you have people like me that are kind of in between. I'm not going to be a diplomat now.
I am for diplomacy. I was created and groomed for diplomacy.
I think it's good because, you know, one of the things that happens in the conversations is we can kind of push each other outside of our box, outside of our comfort zone. And I think that's been a good part of having the conversation and being on here. And, you know, and I love, you know, watching you all on your YouTube channels.
You know what? YouTube really was transformational for you, Ron, and I think for the community that you created. I don't think that, you know, I think that being on Instagram for the year that you were over there was good, but the moment you switched over, you realized how much bigger your platform was. And then I think in addition to that, you being able to physically replay and have it as basically as on demand
Yeah.
for people that could not watch it then to be able to watch it later on, and then the introduction of being added to Indie Soup and being
Yes.
replayed later on. So it's like not only, you know, if you missed the people originally when you first air, they can watch it right afterwards, or if they want to watch it at a set time, they can go and watch on Indie Soup. And what what you did also was bring the people that followed you to Indie Soup, and it allowed Indie Soup to grow so fast. Because I'm still astonished by how many followers that network has, and has it been a year? I think
No,
it's
not
been
until
Oh,
March
has it?
20,
It's been a
March
year.
25th.
yeah, it hasn't even been
March.
a year yet,
None of this
and they
is
have
more than a year. None of
over
this.
20,000 followers.
20,000
You
followers
know,
over there.
I don't think I would have been able to reach as many people as I had when I had the show running at the time. I am on hiatus. There are plans to come back next year, but I need that break. But it was just really, really great. And, you know, I think like, you know, YouTube and that network and just the people on this screen, especially, you know, kudos to Gwendolyn. Like we really, there was a synergy that was there when we were doing the shows together on Friday, putting out our content on Friday. And it was
Yes.
basically like must see Friday. And, you
We were the
know,
Friday
Friday
lineup, right?
yeah.
We're
And we
the
all watched each other's stuff,
yeah.
commented, and the interaction with the people in the chats, like that was magical. That's kind of like, you know what it brought me back to, like Scandal days when everyone used to watch Scandal and be
Yes.
on Twitter and just talking about it.
Popcorn and wine.
Yeah, you know, people would look forward to watching us on Friday and interacting and, you know, having a glass of wine. And, you know, I I, I would get hyped up from Gwendolyn's show, and then I would tear everybody down and make them cry when my show came on. So it was like a great balance, you know what I mean? So, you
Your
know,
show sometimes had us in tears. I was like,
listen,
oh my
I was
God.
I was the one recording them, and I've seen them and I edited them, and I still end up crying on when it was airing because
All
there's just
those
something very
interviews.
emotional about them to really to be able to listen to people talk so honestly and openly about where they are in their lives. But getting back to you, you know, YouTube was just transformative for you, and I'm just so glad you made that leap. Sometimes you just need to be pushed a little bit, and I think that Gwendolyn and I push you to kind of step out your box and to do those things that you probably would have had pause to do or would have taken you longer to do. But look, you've been on here almost a year now, and it's been great.
Yeah, it's been amazing. It's been an amazing journey. And when you know, Lisa's here in the room, one of the most fascinating and intriguing moments of this year is watching Elise grow. Because I remember when Elise was like, she was getting on the camera on Instagram. She was there and she was sharing what she was doing. And I noticed in her, she has such potential and so much to give, so much to share, so much to just help people. And I used to gravitate when she was on Instagram. She would, you know, she'd be in California. She'd be hanging out on the rock somewhere, watching the sunset,
hanging out on the rocks.
hanging out on a rock on the beach. And I would be just like, wow. And she'd just be talking. She'd just be sharing. And you know, Elise has a gift of like, it's like hanging out with someone that is very wise. And you get to just sit at her feet and listen.
Listen,
And to
yes.
have Elise now become part of, and it just organically happened. We didn't plan any of this. We didn't say,
Right.
oh, you know, the only thing we did plan was Chris and I coming on Thursdays and Fridays.
Right.
And that happened organic because Chris, he goes, do you want me to come on? We would just say, can we just, because we were talking, so we do our Friday, we talk every Monday. And we were like, well, maybe we should talk, maybe we should take one day and share what we do on, and just have this conversation on air.
Yeah.
And then it grew from Thursday to a Friday. No, it was Friday. Then it went to
Friday
Thursday
first,
and then Friday.
And I was like, well, I'll come on Thursday too.
Yeah.
So, I had a block I literally had a block of time that said, all right, let's just do this on Thursday too as well.
And so you see over the year, there was such, I think, growth and shaping of where we are today. People look at us now and they go, wow, I didn't know you were doing all this over there, Ron. I go, it just didn't happen. And nothing just happens. It's a gradual growth and growing pains and learning. And I mean, now I can go through some of these things like really quick. And when I first started, I was like, oh, what do I need to touch? What buttons? Then I would freeze up and say, Gwendolyn, help. I need help. Gwendolyn.
Can I add on before I let Miss Elise speak here? Because you were clearly in my head, Mr. Ron Foster. And I'm going to go ahead and say this. And I say it with truth and honesty. Because Ron and I had a couple of 6 a.m. Central phone calls to get him together for StreamYard and YouTube. And I was like, if you need help, I am here for you. And we were doing these quick lessons in Canva to get himself together and figuring out like, how do I look at the comments and bring this in? How do I get this? How do I do that? So I will say this, because I've been in Miss Elise DMs. Now I didn't talk to her. I didn't talk to her. Ms. Elise, I am here for you. I am that Virgo, and my word is bond. If I say I'm going to help you get it, trust. I'm gonna help you get it. Because, for me, seeing other people share their gift and live their purpose, it just brings me joy. You know what I'm saying? So if there is anyone else out there who's like, golly, I would like to get on YouTube, but I'm not so sure, we will help you get there, because there's more than enough out here. But more importantly, our stories and our lessons need to be told and need to be shared. Yeah, there is clearly a need for all of this knowledge and sage advice. And let me just throw this in here real quick as I throw it over to Miss Elise. These young people out here who talking like Prince is highly overrated. It is clear that somebody ain't raised y'all right, because everybody knew that Prince, who played like 1,000 instruments, wrote a cajillion songs. It's like one of the most amazing musicians ever. But when you don't have, good home training, you say stupid stuff on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna leave it at that.
Like, tell them about Prince. I'll address Prince first. So when I became, I love Prince, and kids and adults at my schools used to be surprised because I was this stern disciplinarian, right? So they was like, "Oh, you like Prince and Tupac?"
Come on, now.
Two different sides of the spectrum, right?
I was like, the thing about Prince, and I said people don't really, and this is a serious thing for me, is that for me he was a modern day Mozart. I also love Mozart. And I say, because when you think about what he did and how he did it, it was amazing to play all of those instruments, to do all the things that he did, and to be confident in that. But, he was clearly a prodigy at what he did. And I know how people feel about everyone else, but he was. And and I love Prince, but he was, I always used to tell my husband, I said, this is a modern day Mozart. One of my favorite movies is Amadeus, which is about Mozart.
Very good movie. Love that movie.
Love Mozart's music. I used to play it to my kids, him and Beethoven.
This is what makes you so unique.
Cultured.
But I'm curious though, how do you? For you, Elise, because you have. You are a pillar in this community. And what have you seen in yourself by being on Touch Base Daily? Has it helped you in any way? Has it? Because like I said, I saw you go from oh, come on, maybe, to now you're like, I'm in, I'm ready to go.
So for me, it was like being more confident and looking at how I can be consistent at things.
Mm.
So, and also because I have so many interests, refining what that looks like for me on a platform is probably my biggest challenge because of that. But I know the things that occupy my space, when I come on and I may say something that's motivational or just words of wisdom from the garden, whatever it is, that's a place that's still important for me.
Yes.
In the politics, whenever I need to talk, that's important. But and then my divine purpose of elevating artists from the African diaspora.
Yes.
And this, how do you meld all those things together in something? And Dr. Tachi has gotten on me a lot too.
Oh, really? Dr. Tachi is working behind the scenes?
Dr. Tachi comes in the DMs and the texts.
She's always recruiting.
So one of my biggest, one of the people who pushes me a lot is my son. My son is also a Virgo.
Virgos unite.
So he'll send a message, "Oh, I haven't seen you say anything lately."
Wow.
So he is one that pushed me out there, and then and I said, just being more comfortable about speaking, because that's not someplace I ever saw myself doing on a platform, other than if I spoke at a school, if I spoke in places like that, and never something that I could be seen literally across the world.
Yeah.
That's not something that's not a place where I envision myself to be. And as they say, God's dreams are always bigger than anything that we could ever dream.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us thought that, but here we are.
And Ron knows because he's heard it. My voice is on an album that came out. So and I never expected that either, because it wasn't the voice. What's on the album was not done for an album.
Yes.
It was done because of my nephew Josiah, who I love. As we always have these moments of spirituality and prayer. Asked me about sending him something, for motivation, and I recorded it and sent it to him.
Wow.
And he decided that it meant enough to him to put on an album. So I'm in spaces and places that I never thought I would be, and being consistently on Touch Base Daily was definitely not, it wasn't one of those things. But I find it's comfortable, and I just love community, because I'm a person who needs. People need people.
Yes.
And I come from an extremely big family, and have a lot of extended family, and those things change over time. So this is a community, and it's a safe place for everybody to be.
Yeah.
We may not always agree on some things, but we can talk it out, if we're willing to talk. We're not going to go off and say, I'm not going to send Gwendolyn a message or Chris a message or anyone else in here, Jazzy, a message about someone else. I'm going to just talk to a person, and we can figure that out. Or people can see us really talk about what our opinions are on this platform. And I thank you, Ron, for that space to be able to do it. So that's how I've seen myself grow, and just be more comfortable in really living in my truth and being confident in what I do.
I love that. And I love that. Here's what some of the folks are saying inside. For those that are just joining, we're just talking about what we got out of Touch Base Daily for season 2, and something that you can walk away with and say you grabbed something in this second season 2 of Touch Base Daily. So here Anthony said, the rabbit holes we went down, the Blue Sky campaign, and meeting new photographers is one for him. And Power says, I really love the sense of community. I like bumping into people at other shows. And Chrissy says, you all play very well off of one another.
Yeah.
The chemistry here is the chemistry is real.
You can't make this up. You really can't.
It is real chemistry. And Power says, I am loving the reach, the growth of RLP. And I see Kaz says, everyone engages in the fun, laughs with questions you come up with at the end of show now.
Yeah.
Which we're gonna have one today. So we're
Those
gonna do a
trips
little
down memory
longer.
lane.
Yeah, down memory lane. Down memory lane.
And I can't wait to
Kimmy
meet more
says-
people, from here. I get Chris and Gwendolyn. We met online. We
No,
haven't met in
Yeah.
person.
but isn't that the beauty of the philosophy? Like, this is my philosophy. If you meet people online, the goal is to meet them offline.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? So Kimmy
Right.
says Touch Base Daily is my favorite 10 a.m. show to watch. So, I mean, and that's what it comes down to, is really connecting with people and sharing. And Gwendolyn says here, if people knew about all the work he has created, this is about Prince, and the
Prince.
songs he wrote under the other pen names, such as Camille,
Camille.
and Jamie
Jamie.
Starr, folks have no clue. That's going back to Prince.
Wait, hold on. Before you go any further, I want to comment on something you said before. Like, I think one of the other big things about what you've done or what you do is the flexibility in which you can maneuver. Because a lot of times, you come to the shows and you have a blueprint or something that you do want to talk about. Someone will say something and we go off into a tangent, and then the show that you had planned has no relevance
It's just
anymore.
like God.
But the thing about it is to be able to pivot like that. Not everybody can do that. And sometimes the best shows that we've had are when we've pivoted to something that someone had
Yes.
either said or something that just happened randomly came up. Those are the best conversations ever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've had
We've had some real
we've had
interesting
some really
conversations.
good conversations. And as I think the last month, we've really, like, I've come here many times. If you knew what was on my, like, I have this little banner board, and I put in subjects that I want to talk about, or bullet points. And the last 3 or 4 weeks, I have to say the last 4 weeks, maybe 5 weeks, we have navigated as a community away from, obviously we're in election time and we're going crazy about elections, but even after election, this has been it's been really good to see how this community creates movement in the conversation, because you can truly know that Ron didn't come up with this concept. Because everyone, but everyone walks away learning something, feeling stronger about something that they didn't know, or they knew little about. And it's been in having each day, I think, was another good thing of having motivation. Motivation Monday has evolved. I saw it when it was just my little quotes of the day. Right. And now I share a lot more in depth, thanks to the YouTube platform. Tip Tuesdays have definitely become much better, because on Instagram, I didn't have all the bells and whistles to do a slide presentation every Tip Tuesday and teach photography. Right. At first, when I started that first presentation, Gwenda was telling you, what's going on? I can't get the screen to work. I was like, how can I transport these slides? And now it's the norm. And definitely Wisdom Wednesdays, interviewing incredible photographers. And the only thing I wish I would have done more of is more interviews. But I also know that when we created Water Cooler Talk Wednesdays, when we didn't have a guest, that took traction, and that people were looking forward to the water cooler moments. And so it led me to say, you know what? Maybe I maybe have a little balance there on the Wednesdays. So that way it's not always guest speakers on Wednesdays, but that we are getting wisdom from each other and having water cooler talks.
Plus, it's something that our generation of people can really relate to, going to an office and like having those water cooler conversations. Like, I don't know if people still do that, because a lot of people home, but it's very different. And it's nice to be able to relive that. Oops, sorry.
Yeah, it's been really cool. So anyway, I just wanted to share I have a banner to share. I'm gonna pop this off the screen real quick and
While you're doing that, I'll say
Mhm.
I think the water cooler. I mean, the last few weeks and the water cooler Wednesdays have actually given people time to. I always say that when we are on high, our bodies are on high alert, and and the cortisol rises. I think it allows our nervous system to calm down.
Yeah.
I think that's what happens on those days, because we all needed to have that relief. We needed to have that wind down. We needed to go down a rabbit hole that that everybody's going, what are they talking about? But you needed that because you needed to be able to laugh. You needed to be able to do something that takes better control over your nervous system. Because whenever you feel something, I tell people, whenever you feel something in your body, those are your nerves. That's your nervous system.
Yes, it's true.
That you can control with your breathing, and your body keeps the score.
It certainly does. It certainly does.
And then this was also, especially after this election, this was a space where we could all just kind of come and, I'm not even going to say vent, but I just think just get reassurance from one another that we're all going to be okay, and that there's work that needs to be done. But we needed a moment just to say, hey, I need a safe space in which that I can just talk about my feelings and feel okay sharing with other people. So that was actually really good. And, we've talked about how we've kind of retreated from news a little bit. This morning was the first time I actually watched the news since the election. And I only watched the local news because I was trying to figure out what was going on with the accident. I wasn't paying attention to other stuff. I mean, I listened to my podcast for like MSNBC, but I've realized that I'm not going to give these quote unquote news reporters my time and space anymore if they're not willing to put in the work to get the information out there.
Yeah.
And I was listening to something, they were saying how since the election, there has been a 25 +% decline in people watching the news.
Yeah.
And it's serious.
And some platforms are suffering. MSNBC lost 50%.
Well, MSNBC, I believe it's MSNBC, they're actually selling off their news division to a separate entity now, because it's doing so poorly. And I think you're going to see that a lot now, where news division, you think that people didn't trust them before, they do not trust them now.
No, they don't trust them at all. The thing with the news media, the mainstream corporate news media, no one trusts. It's gone out the window. But speaking of something, I wanted to share this with you guys because I'm excited about Amparo. Amparo is doing something that she sent to me this morning, and I said, "Oh!" And she sent me the graphic and everything, so I can just share it. Our wonderful Amparo is going to be on a panel discussion.
Oh, nice!
She's going to be on. She's one of the panel people, and guess who else is on that panel? Jamel Shabazz and Howard Cash. 3 people from our community are going to be on this Jazz in Harlem panel discussion, which is going to be on December 12th. Sorry, is it December? Where is it?
Yeah,
okay.
the 12th.
December 12th, right?
12th. And 6 to 8 p.m.
6 to 8 p.m. And so I'm so excited here in the city. And I'm just like, wow, absolutely wonderful. Cheers to our wonderful Amparo, Jamel Shabazz, Howard Cash. They've all been interviewed on this platform, and they are all 3 going to be part of the other part of the 6 that are on this panel discussion. So congratulations to Howard, Jamel, and our wonderful Amparo. And so I just wanted to give you guys a shout out. Also, since we're in shout out mode, if you're interested in an event photographer, you can reach out to me. I do event photography for private events and for corporate events, and also journalism, as in news events, because that is an event. So I do those kind of things. And also, while you are here, and thank you to all the sponsors. And if you want to become a sponsor and you want your logo to appear on this page, be a part of the Patreon community. You will find the selection. Just go to patreon.com and put in Ron Lewis Photos. And right there, or you can send me an email and contact me at gmail.com and hit contact. And then we can also, like we just advertise my work and advertise what's going on Jazz Harlem. We can put your advertisements here as well, because people do watch this during the week and during the month. And so get your name out there, and we need sponsors. So you could sponsor us as we get your product and your events out into the world. Okay, nice. So guys, final thoughts. Any final thoughts?
I'm just wishing everyone a happy and safe holiday season as we enter it. Hold your family close. You know, I don't know what it is about the end of the year and the holidays when we tend to see a lot of loss, especially with families. So, you know, hold everyone close. Family's really important, you know, and just be there for one another. And I consider this a family as well. So I'm wishing all of you well as you travel and go out into the world to be with your blood relatives or your maid family. So look forward to seeing you guys in the new year. But of course, we'll see Gwendolyn because she's all over YouTube.
Oh yeah,
every day.
Gwendolyn makes her presence known.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Oh, and before you do that, for everybody that is a part of our community, I have something special for you. Now, it goes like this. It's a community special, 75% off 2 downloads out of my Etsy store. So if you click on the QR code, on the top line is my Etsy store. And if you pick any download, not the full frame stuff like the ones I have to mail out. This is only on downloads. If you pick the download, you get 75% off. So you can check that out. There's a whole store of new photos there. Check out my new store on Etsy. So you'll get 75%. And that's only for today. At the end of when the clock strikes 12, it's off. It's done. So it's only, and it's really designed for this community. It was only designed for this community because you guys support what I do. You support my work. You support what I when I'm out, when I'm about. You send me. If you guys knew how many people in this community send me all kinds of stuff for encouragement, and some of the folks that literally call me up and say, just checking up on you. You have no idea the amazing people that are in this community, that are part of this community, that keep this community going forward. And I am very thankful to the community. And so this is something I said, let me make sure I do this. And so, and the code, let me give you the promo code. The promo code is download only. So when you go into your cash, when you check out, just put in the promo code, and it's based on getting 2 items. And because I was just going to try to do one, I was like, but Etsy doesn't allow you to do your minimum is only 2. So I said, okay, that works out. So, so you can go in on your exit out of the store. Just put in download only, and you will get the 75% discount off the store, those items in the store, the downloads. Make sure it's the downloads. And so that's where you'll get those discounts. Okay. And I think you will enjoy that. And I think we got everything scheduled. I mean, also, this is the link if you happen to not be able to scan the QR code, but here it is as well. This is the link to the Etsy store, and it says download only. And again, the promo code is download only. Okay. And I think we got that. That's for you. And again, because I won't see you Christmas. So I was like, this is a good way to say thank you for our thankful Thanksgiving. And we'll close out on everyone giving thanks or something. And then also giving you something for Christmas. Okay. Because you may be able to get that. Take your download, print it, go to you can go to Kinko's, Walmart,
Staples,
Walgreens,
I think you can do it at FedEx too.
Yes, you can go
Yeah.
to any of those to print the photos, and they are in many sizes, so you can get whatever size you want with the download. Okay, so those can be gifts for your family members. Okay,
Yes.
and Lisa says Walgreens, and they always have specials. That's what she gets hers done,
Oh, okay.
and because she's also has some photo downloads. And Omar says, enjoy your time with friends and family. So thankful for you all. There we go. And then Cass says, thanks. Time well off deserved. Yes, I'm going to be off. And like I said, I'll pop one here and there. But for the first week or two, I ain't going to be nowhere near this area.
Enjoy your time away.
You're going to go and take out of town.
I'm just going to have good times with my friends and spend
Eat lots
time
of
with
food
them.
and drink lots of wine.
Yes. I'm a believer of friendships. I want to make sure I spend time with my friends. And I always encourage that because my friendships are my offline community.
Right.
And they are so supportive of what I do. A lot of them donate to what I do here, and they support me. They encourage me. They pray for me. I love them. I love my friends. I am blessed to have really great people around me. Anthony says, safe travels, happy holidays, love, peace, and soul. Okay, so we're going to just say thank you. What are you thankful for on this thankful Thanksgiving? That's how we'll close. Chris, what are you thankful for?
Life, love, friends, and family.
Elise, what are you thankful for?
Chris took it all. Just life and continuing to breathe and get up and be able to see the love, appreciate the loved ones I have that are still here with us, and just spread that joy and to be a light in somebody's life. That's what I'm grateful and thankful for.
Awesome. Gwendolyn, what are you thankful for?
Ditto. Can I just say ditto? I mean, we are here. We are allowed to make someone's life better. And if anything, just, take care of yourself as well, as you're out there doing whatever you were doing. But I count all the blessings. So got up one more day. Amen. There you go.
Amen.
Yes.
And I am thankful to all of you who join me every day on this platform, or every other day, or whenever you show up. You all show up in your fullness. And I am so thankful for you. I am thankful for life. I am thankful for that I have the energy to pop on here and do what I love. I get to be a photographer and share my photography with the world. And this has also opened some interesting doors in my photography. And I am very thankful. I am thankful for people. But you know how I feel about this main thing. I am thankful for community.
Mm-hmm.
Community is everything. And again, if you don't have community, and if you happen to be listening to this and you I don't have any people to hang out with, I don't have anything I don't have a community, make one. That's the best way you do it. We have a community here because I don't have any friends in this area. I want to talk to people. And here we are, community. Yeah. Create your community based on the things you love. Find that thing you love that you're passionate about and build a community around it. And you will never be alone in your thoughts and time, as in giving and sharing. The greatest gifts you can do is give. And I am so thankful for giving. Okay, guys, I think that's it. I am so happy. This is the last day of season 2.
Enjoy, everyone.
Guys, thank you so much. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving and happy and Merry Christmas. And I will see you in the new year.
All
Love
right.
you all. Okay, bye.